Shoo! Oh. All right, so when I built my first cabin, my first structure, I kind of rushed to get the roof on. When you spend your own hard-earned money on building stuff, just this OSB alone was like $44 a sheet or something crazy. So, you know, when you look to the forecast and you see weather's, like, you know, bad weather's coming around the corner, you stress out. So I ended up putting the roof on when I shouldn't have. When I was putting the roof on my cabin, it was doing this. There are clips of the, you know, in some of the episodes where you can actually see my cabin moving a little bit while I'm up there screwing sheathing in. And things got a little bit out of whack, and, you know, I ended up having a bit of a headache down the road. So, needless to say, we've got some cross supports on our walls. We've triple checked everything, and everything is as close to perfect as we're gonna get. But what I'm gonna do with this 10-foot 2x6 is I am going to mark 16-inch centers. And then I'm going to attach it roughly in the middle on the underside of my rafters. That way I know my, you know, lower wall here and the higher wall here are both 16-inch centers from this wall over. So I'm gonna do 16-inch centers from this piece over, and that will just help keep everything square and straight. As much as I would like 2 sets of hands, I haven't been so blessed. And so doing little things like this, I think really helps. Okay, so we're just going halfway up. That way when I'm standing up here, I'm not gonna shift everything around too much. All right, we're gonna put on this fascia board somehow. No, this will not run the full length, but it'll run most of the length. I'm crazy. So we're gonna go down the middle here on this bad boy. Nice and lower. Wow, that was beautiful. Hang on for dear life. I just want you to know, Dylan Olson, you can have my comic book collection. Drew Walton, you can have my computer. I'm gonna create a little holder here. One man, one saw. Is it right-handed or left-handed? No one knows, because people in the comments keep me guessing. Pretty sure it's a right-hand saw, honestly. I don't think I'd be able to operate it if it was left-handed. My name's Graham. I've been a semi-professional amateur for all my life now. Wow. This is the nicest fascia I've ever witnessed. Okay. We're not really crowning here. We're just seeing what works best. Although we're not ever entirely sure what works best, we make carefully calculated risk assessments. Whoa. Whoa. All right, now we're gonna go to the other side and get that fascia board taken care of. And then we can hang our overhang rafter here, or whatever you call it. It's kind of hard for you to see, but I'll bring it back here. Okay, camera's here. I think you can see this. But basically, we're 3/4 of an inch too tall on the fascia board that's gonna sit at the back end. Reason being, we cut out a flat spot to match our bird's mouth cut of the roof pitch, you know, so it sits flat on the top plate here. So my regular 2x6 is obviously taller now. Because we'll go cut it on the table, so I'll also try and match the angle. How do you do that, Graham? I'm glad you asked. We're going to run this angle down with nothing in the way there. And I can't see what I'm doing, so forget that. But right there, does that look good? Okay, we cut it. I think I'm gonna like this little, although, so see how it's like matching here now? Shoo! It's perfect. Now we gotta measure, because this has to go 18 inches off the edge. This is looking real sweet. Whoa. We're really happy with that. Heck yeah. Come on, baby. Goes without saying, you should never stand on the top of a stepladder. But here's the deal. Ladder goes out. Ah! I got the old can and the toucan. And that'll teach me a lesson. So, you know. That should hold up my rafter, I think, I hope. Yeah, that's it. Let's get this figured out before we do that. We're gonna have to drop that though and bring it over. Okay. It's nice and tight so I can, oh, that's the problem. That's a problem. 7.5. I'm just marking it, so I'm going to add these blocks, but they're also going to add support for the plywood. Oh, low. Well, I think that's pretty strong. I'm pretty attractive. Takes one to know one. Okay. I'm a trained professional. Each sheet of this plywood was like 30 bucks. The reason I'm putting sheathing down is because metal roof can have a lot of condensation on the underside of it. And so I still need a surface that's flat that I can put my ice and water shield on. So when condensation, and if condensation does build up on the roof, it will fall on the sheathing, which is covered in the ice and water shield, which is more or less a waterproof barrier. Oh man, you gotta love the sunset, eh? You know? Oh man, yeah, sunset, it'll get you right where you wanna be, you know? Piece of wood. Oh, now I'm really screwed. How the heck do I get off this? I don't know. It's got all about that upper body strength, you know? Whoa. Oh. Oh. So it's called a flush trim router bit or something. Anyhow, I got this little router bit. I've used it before. It's got a bearing on it, so it'll hit the edge of whatever's underneath the plywood and go flush against it. Which way do I cut though? Just like that, factory finish. While we're up here, we'll just clean up this little bit here. Heck yeah, baby. So I got this sheet of OSB. It's scrap from probably the cabin, honestly, and it will be a perfect fit. I know it's a mix of OSB and plywood, but do you think this guy cares? No, sir. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but just imagine I'm nailing a final little strip of wood on the roof here. Okay, I just need one more piece. This just doesn't quite make it, does it? But I can come over here. So I'm trying to use up what I have, you know? Holy, I didn't even trim that yet. It's perfect. How does that happen? Look at that. It's all about having the right tool. Well, all right, looks pretty good. We got a roof. This is not that exciting. I'm going to be putting the ice and water shield down. And even though this is getting a metal roof, this is going to protect it when it comes to any condensation. This is called, is it called felt buster or something? It's not felt, it's a synthetic underlayment. You could use staples, but I'm using these caps for now. Next step is we strap it. Strapping is just providing air, like an air layer under the metal, as well as just some anchor points for the metal. So with our strapping, we can go across and nail it, or screw it rather, or whatever we want to do, to our rafters. And we're going to use 1x4, so it's wide enough that it gives us a nice wide area to anchor it. I'll probably stop filming now because this is kind of boring and you can't really see what I'm doing over here. I don't know what we're gonna do after we do the strapping. We gotta order the metal. We gotta wait for the metal. I'll probably block off my walls. I haven't put the little blocks in all my walls yet. And then we'll triple check all our measurements before we order steel, I guess.